All right, what is up, everyone? So, coming back to you with another game review after tonight's Flyers 4-1 win over the Los Angeles Kings at home in a game where I thought the Flyers played a lot better from the last game when they played against Montreal. I went to practice this morning. Honestly, I don't even really call it practice. It was a morning skate. They had to do it at Voorhees because there was basketball being set up at Wells Fargo Center in the afternoon. So that was at Voorhees this morning. I was able to go over there. It was really for about a half an hour, 45 minutes. I'll put a link to both of those videos in the description of this video. There's a video of the full practice, and then there was also some stuff about Nolan Patrick, and that I got some video of as well. So going back into tonight's game, there was something that went around that I saw on Twitter, about the Flyers line tonight, and someone said that they were going to be the exact same. And that was completely different because they got changed up a little bit before the game. So going into it, the Flyers, their second line previously of Raffl, Couturier, and Voracek, that was the first line tonight. And then they had Drew back at center alongside Van Riemsdyk and Konechny. And then the third line was Lawton, Hayes, and Aube-Kubel. And the fourth line was Farabee, Connor Bodeman, and Tyler Pitlick. I like those lines. I thought all four lines played well tonight. And the Flyers got everything tonight. They got the goaltending, they got the defense, and they picked up a 4-1 win. So going into this one, the Kings were 7-16-4 on the road this season, and the Flyers were one of the best home teams in the league. They were 15-4-4 coming into it. So I mean, that right there is basically saying the Flyers should be able to win this game. But to me, this was kind of one of them games where the Flyers just had to pounce on them, and that's what they did. So early in the first period, it was really back and forth shots-wise, but the Kings had more puck possession until the Flyers, they broke out in the neutral zone. Konechny was flying, and Van Riemsdyk stopped at the blue line, made a great pass to Konechny. He wired it by Campbell, and that made it 1-0 Philadelphia. Going into the second period, really the Flyers ended the first with really all pressure after that goal. They had a lot of chances. They were cycling the puck, passing it. They were getting shots from their point. A lot of big rebounds, but they really weren't able to get anything through the middle of the ice. A lot of the times when they had the puck, it was outside on the perimeter, and nothing was really in through the slot. I think if they were able to do that more in the first period, they probably could have been up 2, maybe 3-0 at that point. But going into the second, the Flyers, it was 2-0. Which I thought it was. There was a play in front of the net. Couturier, Van Riemsdyk, they were scrambling in front. Couturier shot a loose puck, and Campbell slid over. He hit Van Riemsdyk, who was in the blue paint, and it was called no goal for goalie interference when Van Riemsdyk was, as I said, he was in the blue paint, so that's why they called it no goal. I think if Van Riemsdyk wasn't in the blue paint and he slid into him, I think it still would have been a goal. And if Van Riemsdyk wasn't even in the vicinity of the net, I think it probably would have been 2-0 right there. So the Flyers ended up challenging this play and still confirmed on the ice as no goal. Flyers get a 2-minute penalty for a delay of game, and they kill it off. And minutes later, Konechny makes it 2-0 on a great pass from Van Riemsdyk. Got Konechny in the slot. He sniped it on Campbell right where Mama hides the cookies, and it was 2-1 or 2-0. And then later in the period, Farabee, he scored on the power play on a tip shot that made it 3-0. It was actually a slap pass from Niskanen that Farabee tipped, and it went right through Campbell's legs under his pad, and that made it 3-0 Flyers. So going into the third period, the Flyers had a 3-0 lead. They were really owning the game at that point. It was really like all Flyers in the second period. I think that was probably one of their best first periods leading into the second and continuing that. I'd have to say I'd say maybe 2, maybe 3 weeks. I mean, I know there's been some games where, they've played good, but I think tonight was one of their one of their really better 60-minute efforts in a while. And in the third period, the Kings, they got one back to make it 3-1. Dustin Brown, he scored on the rush that kind of went high on Elliott. It was kind of a weird save. It looked like Elliott kind of had it in his arm, and then he just didn't know where it was. He kind of froze for a minute in the net, and ended up going in, and that made it 3-1. Then after that, Niskanen, he drew a penalty in the third period. The Flyers got a power play. Van Riemsdyk scored on a tip shot, and that made it 4-1 Flyers. The game went in there. And as I said, I thought the Flyers played a really good game tonight. So the power play, they were 2 for 2. Kings were 0 for 2. Shots on goal, Flyers had 26. LA had 35. Elliott, he made 34 saves on 35 shots, a 971 save percentage. I thought that was a really good game for Elliott and the Flyers. The last game they played against Los Angeles, they got killed. The game was basically over after the first period. They gave up 4 first period goals. That was on New Year's Eve, and the game was over at that point. Flyers lost the game 5-3. Better effort tonight, and they pick up the 4-1 win. The second line tonight, consisting of Van Riemsdyk, Giroux, and Konechny, had 7 points. Van Riemsdyk with 3, Giroux, Konechny with 2. Time on ice leaders for the Flyers. Provorov, he had 24 minutes and 12 seconds, and Couturier on offense, he had 20 minutes and 26 seconds. Those were the two, the one for defense and the one for offense. And then second on defense was Niskanen with 21 minutes and 30 seconds. Him and Provorov are on the same pairing. And then Voracek, he was at 18:04. So a couple different things on defense too. Justin Braun, he came back from injury tonight, so the Flyers actually sent down Mark Friedman today. They put Braun in the lineup. He played alongside Robert Hagg, and Myers was with Sanheim. And I actually thought that pair was pretty good tonight, Myers and Sanheim. They really didn't, there wasn't anything that they did that was bad. They were, the Flyers were honestly, like, the whole team was just crisp of getting the puck out of the zone. They were really quick at doing it, and then they were just flying through the neutral zone. And I think that was one of the keys to them winning tonight. So, the Flyers, they got a tough test. They now have, the next game is Tuesday against the Penguins at home. And then they have a 9-day break. That is the bye week and the All-Star break. And they go out to Pittsburgh on the 31st against the Penguins. That's a Friday night. I will be at that game. I am so excited. I cannot wait. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'll see you guys in the next one, and goodbye.